Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to go over In's Purrloin, or a kind of a combination of a couple dark Pokemon, but really just In's Purrloin is why I'm playing this. I like this card. I really enjoy the idea of playing an In's deck that isn't just In's Zoroark. It's been played, everybody knows what it looks like. I didn't want to bring you guys something from the Journey Together format and not be a little unique, so In's Purrloin it is. It is a bit of a control-y deck, but that's okay. I'm still learning and getting better. Make sure you stay until the end of the video, because I'll do an in-depth analysis at the end to kind of give you an idea of what I would change, what I wouldn't change, what I think this deck desperately needs, and there is something this deck desperately needs, and we'll see how we do. So we've got the In's Purrloin with its Thieving Swipe attack. For dark and colorless, it does 30 damage, which isn't a lot, but your opponent reveals their hand, and you choose one card from their hand that you find, and you can put it on the bottom of the deck. This is awesome. So we get rid of a Professor's Research, we get rid of an evolution that they need, we get rid of something that they want or they can use next turn, and it makes it just that much harder to play. We do run the Okidogi though, because we have to be able to do big numbers and take damage when they're on the back foot and they're just top deck to see what they get. It has two attacks. The first one hopefully won't have to be used because it's kind of weak. We've got Poisonous Musculature. For a single colorless energy, go ahead and search your deck for 2 dark energy and put them onto this Pokemon. If you do that, well, this Pokemon is now poisoned, which is actually pretty good because the second attack is Chain Crazed. For dark, colorless, which we now all have the energy because of the first attack, it does 130. But if this Pokemon is poisoned, it does another 130, so that's 260. And this is pretty good. We're doing bigger damage and being able to knock out a lot of things. We do have a way of amplifying that damage to hit even bigger numbers, but we'll get back to that later. We do run the Pecharunt EX. I love this thing. It's so good in this deck. It has Subjugating Chains. You may switch a dark Pokemon from your bench to the active. If you do that, the new active is now poisoned, but you can't use more than one Subjugating Chains per turn. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to put an attacker up, or I'm going to put Purrloin up, and we're going to be able to swing and knock out something. It actually does have a relevant attack for this deck. Most of the time you're not going to worry about it, but for this deck, it does have Irritated Outburst for Dark. Does 60 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. So this is a late game attacker, and we really enjoy that. I like this card. And since we're trying to slow down the game, we're going to be trying to give them only like 1 prize knockouts. So we're slowly building this thing up. You can attach a energy early in the game and then have it kind of sitting on the bench waiting. We've got Squawkabilly, Mew, and Munkidori. Squawkabilly is going to use its Squawk and Seize ability. First turn of the game only, you can ditch your hand and draw 6. This is awesome. Mew, with its Restart ability, says if you don't have 3 cards in your hand, draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. And Munkidori, with its Adrenabrain ability, says as long as this Pokemon has a dark energy attached, you can move 3 dark... Munkidori, with its Adrenabrain ability, says if you have a dark energy attached to this Pokemon, you can actually move 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And I like that. It's a little bit of extra damage for our Okidogi and potentially our Pecharunt. We have a small supporter line, but I like it, but I think it can change too. We run the Professor's Research, Xerosic's Machinations, Janine's Secret Art, and 1 Boss's Order. Professor Research, ditch your hand and draw 7. It's just draw support. We love this card. We've got the Xerosic's Machination. Your opponent discards cards from their hand until they have 3 remaining. This is a really good card, especially when we're trying to control their hand. Janine's Secret Art is actually really good as well. Pick 2 of your dark Pokemon and search your deck for a dark energy and attach 1 to each of those. If you attach to your active Pokemon, it is now poisoned, which just helps Okidogi, honestly, and it actually helps Purrloin as well in the early game, and you'll see why. And Boss's Order, not bad at all. Pull up one of their bench Pokemon to the active. It's going to be good. We can control with this, say, bring something up that we know they can't retreat out of, or even just bring something up that we know we want to KO. The A-Spec for the day is going to be the Unfair Stamp. Now, there was a different one in here when I got the A-List originally from CPU. Big shout out to him. But I like Unfair Stamp because we want to control their hand. If we can control their hand in kind of mid-game, bring them down to 2 and then just, okay, well, Purrloin's going to get rid of one of those cards. I hope your top deck's good. Unfair Stamp, I think, goes pretty hard in this, and I think it's pretty relevant. I like this card. We do have the Grabber. This is a pretty good card. It's going to help us with hand control as well. Look at your opponent's hand and put a Pokemon you find there on the bottom of the deck. Lastly, I do want to go over the Binding Mochi. It is very good because it's going to amplify our damage. The Pokemon this card is attached to, if it's poisoned, it does 40 more damage. So our Purrloin goes from 30 to 70, which is very important because we're knocking out Pokemon in the early game. Our Okidogi goes from 260 to 300, and we're knocking out even bigger Pokemon. All of the stage 1 Pokemon out there are getting knocked out. Yes, I know that technically Palafin EX is a stage 1, but he doesn't count. Anyway, that's the deck list. Let's go ahead and get into it and see how we do. But with this deck, you want to go second. You want to be able to hopefully get a Ins Purrloin up, and hopefully they play down their hand a lot. If they play down their hand enough, I think I'll get copyrighted for Limp Bizkit. Just throwing it out there, bud. No one said ADP. Well, I did, but it was to make fun of you, not necessarily to start this debate. Okay. Well, this is bad. This is very bad. We'll see what deck they're running. Hopefully it's not an actual Iono. Carp, you gotta choose one of us is better. Also, Carp, your ideas are bad. They are! Listen, he wants an ADP VMAX with a V-Star and GX ability. Like, these are bad ideas. They're just bad. They're just bad. And I'm tired of us not talking about it. We can start throwing some of this stuff away. Let's get the Squawkabilly in there. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. I don't hate in Purrloin here. Super Rod, it's fine. I don't mind getting put it. So the reason I'm only going to put back 2 is that we could end up getting an Ends PP up and adding that 1 to the Purrloin. Essentially is why I'm not getting rid of it. But we will go ahead and Squawk and Seize here. Okay, not at all what I was thinking. Pecharunt's not bad. Okidogi's not bad. His PP is always up, homies. It's big facts. Big facts. I'm pretty secure here. I don't know necessarily that I want to do the Grabber. I would rather wait and find out. Say he goes and gets a Arcalodon or he gets something like that. He didn't put it down, so I feel like I'm okay here. Monkey going down is fine. I'm not going to worry about it. It should be okay. It should be okay. So this will go get the... Oh, it'll go get 2 Zacian. I don't know that I would have. That might be something to also include in here. I don't think I did. Let me open it up. That hair is not beautiful. It looks like a couple of ant legs stapled to my head sometimes. I'm starting to bald, boys. It's starting to go away. Starting to get older. Ends Purrloin. Let me open this up. I do not play it. That is actually something that could be played in here. The beard, yes. No, the beard is like my only redeeming quality. In all honesty. Like, the beard is like the only thing that makes me attractive. If I'm being honest with you, it's like the only thing that really kind of sets me apart. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we've got the research. I don't mind the Mochi here. Let's Nest Ball. We can at very minimum we can get the Mew. The Mew's not bad here. Let's use Grabber. We'll put that down there. That's fine. And then we can Professor's Research. Okay. Ends PP up. Energy is fine. Binding Mochi onto the Okidogi. Still looking for viewers for your team. The beard is like one of my few things. Still can't grow facial hair. My 10-year-old son has. I something feels like I want to doubt that, but also at that same time, like, I could see it. I could see something like that happening. Yeah, we'll do thieving swipes here. It's 70. It's okay though. Do I want to get rid of their draw support, or do I want to get rid of the scramble? Because if I get rid of the scramble, no, we get rid of draw support. We always get rid of draw support. Scramble switch is only going to put the other one up, and I'm not worried about that. Hairless one. I hope not. I'm trying not to. You know what, Spencer? You can get out of here. I don't know if I'd say attractive. Boy, don't even make me start. You over there looking... Nah. Shiny form is having no hair. You're not entirely wrong. I'll say that. You're not entirely wrong. Yeah, we throw you here. It's fine. And we've got the ends PP up. Okay. So, I think we Janine here. I think that's fine. One and one, we're good. We can go ahead and pop that down. That's fine with me. Yeah, I think at this point we just kind of accept. I don't think he's got the KO, so yeah, we should be fine. As far as energy, he doesn't have any energy, so even if he does Arcalodon, he's going to have to get a lot more energy involved. So I think we're fine. I think we're okay. I do want to say, and I can't show the picture because I would never do that to my best friends, but two of my very best friends and part of my testing group that go to my locals and everything, they just had their baby, so huge congratulations to Katie and Tyler on baby Megatron. He is my best friend forever and ever, so huge congratulations on that. I'm so happy for you guys. You guys don't even know. We can subjugate and change here. And bring up that Okidogi. And with this, we can go ahead and, unfortunately, we don't have a lot, but we do have that extra. We do have the other Dark Energy to start taking KOs. Yes, so his name is not actually Megatron. Again, I will not expose my best friend's baby's name on a public forum like this, but Spencer and I, as part of our testing group, have named him Baby Megatron. He is awesome. He's doing very well. They finally went home. Very healthy family, and I'm so proud of them. And I love them to death. So, huge shout out to them. We've got the Fez. Good. Yes, draw cards. Yes. I don't... Okay, Arcalodon comes down the 2 energy, so he does have potentially the knockout here. He does potentially have knockout. Either another energy, or he's going to need to find the Hop's headband. Or choice band, is that what it is? Hop's choice band? He's going to need to find something here. Or hits me with a scramble switch, and this is 220? 220, 230, 240, that's still not KO. Okay, that's still not KO. Don't hate that. Okay, there's a Grabber. Let's throw the Grabber out. See what we get here. We can put that... Let me put that Arcalodon back there, bud. Let me put that Arcalodon back there, bud. Let's let's see. I should have looked. Let me throw this down. Let me get the Munkidori back. Yeah. Munkidori down. This saves us here. No, we'll go from here. This saves us here. It saves us from knockout, forces him to have stuff, and then we just go ahead and Craze Chain. Does get the knockout. Did not have the Archaludon. We put that back. So that's good. And then we've got Boss's Order and Okidogi. Alright. See what we've got. Magikarp, cosplay at locals stream. I don't do cosplay. I did one cosplay. I did one cosplay when I was younger. I cosplayed King Ox in his like overalls. It cost so much to go to a con anyway. So for me, I'm not really worried about it. I would rather play Pokemon and go to regionals and stuff like that. Oh! Well, we'll go ahead and Boss's Order. We'll bring him up. We'll go ahead and Subjugating Chains. And we will just swing for knockout. There you go. Ends Purrloin. Okay. This gets us... Actually, this doesn't... Okay. Yeah. This... We can deal with this pretty easily, actually. Hopefully he plays down his hand a lot, but we should be okay. So, okay, but is Ninjago a game like Bakugan? Because, like... Because Bakugan... Or was it... Beyblades? No, Beyblades is the tops. That one's just a thing. Like, you just spin it and try to hit each other, and then you end up getting angry, and you take the actual top and start throwing it at your cousin. That's what that is. We can grab her here. That's fine. You get to go away, Dracloak. Here, we'll do this and go get Squawk. We'll do this and go and get the Purrloin. We'll secret this and this. We attach. We attach. We Subjugating Chains. We get rid of this Bidoo easily. View here. We can hold off. I think this is okay. And we can get rid of the one thing that they might need. Ultra Ball. Okay, so they're going to get something else off the top, but this makes it harder for them to do that. So, like, especially in Japan, where they have... their copyright laws are way more strict than ours. Like, 10 times more strict than our copyright. It's way, way more strict. I can understand why Bakugan got canceled because of those reasons. Okay, so let me go all the way up. Hang on, 2 seconds. Shadow, if you're still here, playing against Zard Dreepy or Zard Dragapult. Let's see. Do I want to get rid of anything? I don't think I want to get rid of anything. We can throw a Xerosic down. This is fine. Kind of force them into a position that they don't want to be in. This helps out next turn, so we're fine. We go up 1. Yeah, I'm actually okay, and then we're going to bring them down to 2 cards, so that makes it even harder for them to play. Let's see. We can go ahead and get rid of... Because if they get another Charizard, Candy, off the top... I mean... If it's going to happen, it's going to happen, but we're going to get rid of this Rare Candy, because that makes Charizard a dead card, and we can potentially get rid of Charmander next turn. That's a Pecharunt. That is not Charmander next turn. And we'll throw Mew up. I don't think that's a bad call. 8 of you guys. Wow. I am not that important, I promise you. But thank you guys for showing up. I do appreciate that. I do. I really do. Why would you switch here? Why wouldn't you just Badoo Itchy Pollen? Why would you save Badoo? Is the question I have for you. If it rhymes, it must be true. Okay, Purrloin, perfect. Ends PP up. Drop that there. We can retreat into Ends Purrloin. Here's the thing. If you are touching grass, and don't be wrong, I love that you're watching me, bud. I really do. Enjoy the outdoors, because it is far more important than anything I've got going on. Genuinely. We can go ahead and get rid of the Charizard now. Another basic dark energy. That's fine, because we'll put that to the Okidogi. We will use our boss's order to bring up the Charmander, or they'll take it out of there. This is what the deck is supposed to do. Make it harder on you to play the game, and then you just kind of give up, and then we'll win. And there you go. Ends Purrloin, and I like this deck. Now, I do admit, it is severely lacking draw support. You're stuck between using Professor or any of the other cards that you might need that turn, and it's pretty hard to make that choice. You know, sometimes you want to be able to boss something, but you kind of need cards. And Mew is great, but Mew is also very frail. And even a Dragapult goes, I'll just take 3 turns to knock it out on the bench. I'll just knock out Pokemon as I go. I don't really mind doing this. So this deck is pretty hard to really justify without the ability to draw more cards. Now, don't be wrong. If we had something like Trekking Shoes or we had something like Greninja in this, it would have been fantastic. Those would have been automatic includes. But as of right now, I don't know that this deck has enough draw support to really compete in the meta that it currently sits in. I do like it. Ends Purrloin being able to control their hand is so much fun. Okidogi hitting for huge numbers is even better. We could potentially add something like a Black Belt or a Kieran for Okidogi to hit even bigger numbers. The Kieran would also help with a switch, so maybe that's something we can add. I think this deck probably is better for the expanded format, and I might have to do a video on that. But as of right now, would I recommend this deck to you for a cup or a challenge? No. No, I wouldn't. I definitely would not recommend this for a regional, but I do recommend this for your locals. This is something that you can take and say you're going against one of the kids at your locals, somebody who's new at your locals. You could play this deck and kind of help them understand what control can be like. Or even just, it's not that powerful, or it takes a lot to be powerful, so it gives the kids a chance to actually play against you and potentially take KOs. Because Purrloin is so weak with its HP, you can actually let them take KOs and they feel like they're doing something. And I like that feeling. I like having them feel good even though they lost. And that's kind of important as a person who's growing his own community. I like to have that ability. Now, again, do I like this deck? Yes, I do. And I think it's just a couple cards off. I don't know that Fez is something that I need to put in here, but it's possible. I might need to bring Fez. But if you have a suggestion on how to kind of make this deck even better, a suggestion on how to fix our draw support issue, leave it down in the comments below, because I want to use this deck more often. Please don't forget to save the date. We've got May 24th at 11 a.m. Central, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there as far as the other time zones go. But Chef Husky and I are doing a 5v5 team cook-off, and I'm excited. Our team consists of CPU, consists of Professor No, Discount Charizard, and the Machamp King. Stacked team. I love these guys. I've had a chance to talk to them. Huge shout out. Please go harass them with all of your love and praises. Anyway, if you would, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and do all the things that continue to help me do this. And with that, have fun, stay safe. I love you. Bye.